The NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series is coming to you live here from the Gateway Motorsports Park for Chase Race number 1 of the 2016 Truck Series Playoffs, and we are bringing you live coverage of the Gateway 150, a 27-lap race here tonight under the lights. It is a standalone weekend without the Cup Series. It is all about the Truck Series and the Xfinity cars this weekend at Gateway. No Cup action this weekend, and tonight 32 drivers will hit the track and try to take home the trophy at the end of the night. We said 32 trucks around the grid, but only 8 of them have a shot at the championship. And 2 of them are starting on the front row. John Hunter Nemechek on the pole in the number 31 Anderson Maple Syrup Chevrolet alongside the 29 of Tyler Reddick. Road to the 98 Cameron Haley just missed the chase by a couple of points alongside the 21 of Gray Gaulding. And running out your top 5, Christopher Bell in the 4 won the All-Star race here earlier in the year alongside Johnny Sauter, a 3-time winner in 2016. Running out your top 10, Matt Crafton, Timothy Peters, Ben Rhodes, and William Byron. They make up your top 10 as we're going to send it down track side for the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
The engines are now fired up, and the pace truck will lead the fit on to the track. John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick, your front row. Cameron Haley and Gray Gaulding at the top of your screen. You will see your starting grid roll across your screen to see where your favorite drivers are going to start tonight. And John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick, 2 chase contenders on the front row. You will notice that the chase drivers will have a kind of an orange brownish color on the spoiler and on the splitter of the trucks. Let's take a little better look at the 31. See the orange spoiler or splitter and the spoiler, if I can stay on them. If it'll let me. You see the let's look on Reddick for a better example. The orange brownish spoiler along with the splitter on the 29. Some more chase contenders. The rookie Christopher Bell, last time he was here, he won $1 million. The Truck Series All-Star Race, Johnny Sauter. Chase contender Matt Kraft and Timothy Peters, William Byron, and Daniel Hemrick. All 8 chase drivers are inside the top 11 on the grid. This will be a 27-lap race, and chase race number 1 getting set to begin here from Gateway. The NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series racing here from Gateway. And coming down the line, the fans are on their feet, and to the green flag. We're underway from Gateway Motorsports Park, and Nemechek gets a great jump on the start, and he clears Tyler Reddick getting in the turn number 1. And now for the inside for second place comes the 98 of Cameron Haley. Gray Gaulding way in the trailer, 4 wide. Almost out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway heading towards turn 3. Nemechek, Haley, and Reddick at top 3, and now Sauter in the 4th. A 3 wide for the 5th spot. Matt Kraft and Timothy Peters in the middle, and Gaulding and Bell dropping back like a rock on the outside of the line. They come off turn 4 to complete lap 1, and one truck gets sideways, saves it, but ends up getting run over by the 44 Tommy Joe Martins. And in the inside wall goes Ronnie Bassett Jr. making his Truck Series debut, and Jesse Little has spun off turn 4 as well. And the truck we saw sideways was the 36 of Chase Briscoe. And we are going to get a restart. They are racing back to the line. Nemechek, Haley, Reddick, Sauter, and Crafton, Peters, Bell, Gaulding, William Byron, and Ben Rhodes. Your top 10, as we were under caution early on. See some damage on Ronnie Bassett Jr. making his Truck Series debut. Wayne Edwards, some pretty good severe contact on the nose of the 86 of Brandon Brown. Tommy Joe Martins is on the apron coming to pit lane. So pretty good damage on the 44 and the 86, as we're going to take a look at the replay. There are 3 wide, almost 3 wide coming off turn 4, and the 36 of Chase Briscoe is going to get run over by the 13 of Austin Wayne Self. And Briscoe saved it, but ends up getting run over by Tommy Joe Martins, Brandon Brown, Wayne Edwards. There's Ronnie Bassett Jr. Getting a little bit of damage. Not severe damage in the 04, and same with the 97 of Jesse Little, as he'll be going around off turn 4. 3 wide off the corner. In a three wide battle with Caleb Holman and Ben Kennedy on the inside lane, and Matt Tiff's going to get in the back of the 97 a little and put it in the outside wall off turn 4, and Little goes around, but luckily nobody got severe damage. You see the 54 of Matt Tiff make contact a little bit with the 97, but nothing too severe for Little or Bassett or anybody but Brandon Brown and Tommy Joe Martins. The 44 has taken his truck behind the wall. Same with Brandon Brown. Ronnie Bassett Jr. is on pit lane, and he'll be back on track as we go back to the racing here when we come back to Gateway. Going back to racing this time by with 30 trucks remaining on the lead lap, and we are right now 6 laps in. We'll have about 22 to go when we go back racing here this time by, with John Hunter Nemechek leading the field, Cameron Haley currently running in second, Tyler Reddick, Johnny Sauter, and Matt Crafton. Timothy Peters, Christopher Bell, Greg Gaulding, William Byron, and Kyle Witherman make up your top 10. Ben Rhodes, Daniel Hemrick, Spencer Gallagher, Marcin Terrio, and Dylan Lupton in top 15. Ben Kennedy, Caleb Hallman, Cody Coughlin, Austin Wayne Self, and Chad Boat. Your top 20. Going back to racing here this time by John Hunter Nemechek. This is back underway. The green flag is back in the air. Mentioned Brandon Brown and Tommy Joe Martin's done for the day. And side by side in the turn 1, William Byron on the inside, Greg Gaulding once again up the track. It seems like that 21 is finding a real serious tight issue right now as he keeps going up the track, unable to keep his truck on the bottom lane, now undertaken by the double zero of Ben Rhodes. And Byron quickly drove away from that 21 as the 29 is going for second place. Here comes Tyler Reddick on the inside of Cameron Haley off turn number 4. And Reddick edges the 98 at the line. Sauter in 4th and Kraft in the top 5. Peters, Bell, Byron, Gaulding, and now Rhodes on the inside of the 19 of Kyle Weatherman. Now we have 8 chase contenders running for the title. 7 of them are not locked into round 2. The only one who's locked into round 2 is the 14 of Daniel Hemrick, who's all the way outside the top 10 right now in the 14. Hemrick was the point leader after the final race of the regular season, which guaranteed him a spot in the chase and also a spot in round number 2 as you have a battle for the lead. Here comes Tyler Reddick side by side for the lead. Now should a guy like Reddick or Nemechek win tonight, they would lock a spot in round number 2, so winning a race right now would be very huge for that 29 team of Tyler Reddick or the 31 of Nemechek, or guys like Crafton, Sauter, Peters, Byron, Bale, trying to work their way up inside the top 5 is Byron all the way on the bumper, that 17 of Timothy Peters. Johnny Sauter led the points throughout the entire year since winning at Daytona, the first race of the year, but lost a point lead due to some bad luck, and now they're 3 wide back here for the last place on track. Wayne Edwards, Chase Briscoe, Ronnie Bassett Jr. even back here outside the top 30. They're still racing very aggressively as the 49 slaps the wall off turn 2. So now Tyler Reddick leads John Hunter Nemechek, Cameron Haley, the only non-chaser inside the top 5, running in 3rd. Matt Crafton and Johnny Sauter. One of the fastest trucks on track is no doubt the 9 of William Byron, and he just shoves the 17 out of the way. In the turn 1 to the inside goes William Byron for the spots. Move Byron to 6th, Peters down to 7th, and now here comes Byron's teammate Christopher Bale trying to make something happen on the 17 of Peters. Not enough momentum to get alongside the 4, or alongside the 17. But Peters overdrives the corner yet again, and here comes Bale on the inside to get the spot on the 17. Not enough to do it. Thor Sport teammates going after the 3rd spot, Cameron Haley and Matt Crafton. And these chase contenders are all at the front of the field, showing why they're in the chase right now. And the only driver who's in the chase who's not running that well is Daniel Hemrick, ironically the driver who is locked into round 2. They may be doing some experimenting before we get to the second round of the chase. Round 1 of the Truck Series chase is different from what we see in the Cup Series. We have Gateway, New Hampshire, and Las Vegas. And then we'll have Talladega, Texas, or Talladega, Martinsville, and Phoenix. And then we end the season at Homestead, and right now we are still single file throughout the entire field. Nemechek unable to keep pace with the 29 of Reddick. Here comes Haley down the inside looking for second place on the 31 of Nemechek. And William Byron now got around Peters now. He's trying to work, make something happen on the 33 of Johnny Sauter. Red Horse Racing teammates Nose to Tail, Austin Terrio, and Bean Kennedy. And we had trouble. William Byron's in the outside wall. William Byron, the 9, in the outside wall, one of our chase contenders, and he drops all the way outside the top 20. Big point implications for the 9 of William Byron. Running up inside the top 5, or around the top 5, and now we're on the yellow, possibly contact from Johnny Sauter, because he was running around that number 33. So William Byron now finds himself 20 seconds. Well, Byron ends up coming up a track right before they get into turn 1, and Peters was right there, and they just make slight contact, and Peters just sends the 9 up into the outside wall. Peters drives away, but lost the spot to Christopher Bell and possibly Greg Gaulding. I think he may have held off the 21, but William Byron put in the outside wall by the 17 of Timothy Peters. And Byron, and with all the chase drivers running very well right now, this is really going to hurt William Byron. Now only 2 drivers will not advance into round number 2. And right now, William Byron would be on the outside looking in should things stay this way they are right now. And Byron was one of the fastest trucks on the track. And Byron has now taken his truck behind the wall. Tough break for the driver out of the Liberty University Toyota KBM team. Done for the day, and they'll be 30th on the result sheet at the end of the night. Tyler Reddick, John Hunter Nemechek, Cameron Haley, Matt Crafton, and Johnny Sauter, your top 5. Christopher Bell, Timothy Peters, Greg Gaulding, Ben Rhodes, and Kyle Witham in your top 10. Terrio, Kennedy, Hemrick, Gallagher, and Lufton in your top 15. And we'll be back with the restart from Gateway in just a moment. We are back live, bringing you live coverage of the Gateway 200 race, chase race number 1 of the NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series. And we are being led by the 29 of Tyler Reddick, possibly getting his 3rd win of the year should he hang on tonight. And is number 29 Cooper Standard Ford. Pole center John Hunter Nemechek led early on in the race, but failed to 2nd. And then we got Cameron Haley, Matt Crafton, and Johnny Sauter. Followed by Christopher Bell, Timothy Peters, Greg Gaulding, Ben Rhodes, and Kyle Witham in your top 10. Terrio, Kennedy, Hemrick, Gallagher, Lupton, Hallman, Coughlin, Self. Matt Tiff has now worked his way up back inside the top 20. And Chad Boat and Jesse Little now 21st. As you have 29 trucks remaining on track, 3 are in the garage, and a great restart by Tyler Reddick drives away from Nemechek as we get back on the green. Side by side with third now. Here comes Crafton on the inside of Cameron Haley. Haley goes way on the track, so does Johnny Sauter. That will allow Christopher Bell to get on the inside of the 33 off turn 2. 3 wide behind him now, Ben Rhodes, Greg Gaulding, and the 17 of Peters. Now, Peters has some pretty good damage on that 17 truck, so you would expect him to drop back. Here comes Terrio, Kennedy trying to get top 10 runs. They remain 3 wide off turn number 4. Peters trying to get the momentum off the corner, but Gaulding will clear him, and Ben Rhodes will try to work on him as we're back on the yellow again. And the 2 Mittler brothers. We know it's one of the Mittler brothers. Both white trucks. Chase Briscoe involved in the first yellow of the day, along with Chad Boat in the 16. We are back under caution for the 3rd time today. And heavy damage on both trucks, Chase Briscoe and Chad Boat. And Boat's going to get, he's going to get turned by Jesse Little. And Boat comes up the track, and Little got severe contact, and Boat goes upside down after contact with Chase Briscoe. Saw some pretty good contact with Jesse Little, the 97. When Chad Boat came back up the track, Little was right there, and look at all the damage on the hood of that 97 Jesse Little. That truck is completely destroyed, the front end, but he's still on track surprisingly. I would think he went behind the wall, but he is still on track as Briscoe and Boat have now retired from the race. Okay, we are back live getting ready for what could be the final restart of the night. We'll be racing with 4 laps remaining when we come back around to take the green flag. Tyler Reddick on point right now in first place with John Hunter Nemechek in second. Matt Crafton got around the 98 for third. On the last restart, Haley down to fourth. And then you got Johnny Sauter fifth, Christopher Bale, Greg Gaulding, Ben Rhodes, Timothy Peters, and Austin Terrio. Ben Kennedy, Daniel Hemrick, Kyle Weatherman, Dylan Lupton, and Gallagher. Hallman, Tiff, Conklin, Self, and Jordan Anderson having a strong run right now inside the top 20. Garrett Smithley in 21st. The 50 being driven by Spencer Boyd. We have not talked about Spencer Boyd today, but he's making his Truck Series debut, driving the 50 for Making Motorsports. He's right now in 22nd. Norm Benning, Jennifer Jo Cobb. We talked about Ronnie Bassett Jr. making his Truck Series debut. Wayne Edwards and Jesse Little. Out of the race are Chase Briscoe, Chad Boat, William Byron, Brandon Brown, and Tommy Joe Martins. I had to point out that I am right now eating some food right now. But they make their way out of turn number 4. Will this be the last restart, or will we see one more? Coming back down the front straightaway, we're back underway here from Gateway. And Nemechek gets a little bit of a better jump in the 29, but it's the 88 who spins his tires. Going down into turn number 1. Nemechek stays on the back bumper of that 29, not let him get away. Crafton hangs on the third. Haley and Saudi are top 5, the 3 wide yet again off turn number 2. Ben Kennedy, Timothy Peters, and Ben Rhodes, and then they're 3 wide back here, or they were with Austin Wayne Self. Now Kennedy on the inside of Peters. Peters losing positions, which means he's also losing points. And Crafton pushing the 31 down the straightaway into turn number 1. 31 opens up the inside door. Here comes Matt Crafton. Does he have enough time to chase down the 29 of Tyler Reddick? Will we see another caution? There'll be 2 to go next time by, and Crafton should be able to take that second spot away down here in turn 3. And now here comes Cameron Haley. Ready to get the track in turn 3. Crafton sees on the bottom again. A little bit of time on Reddick off turn 4. Matt Crafton has 1 win in 2016 coming at Pocono earlier in the year, which was a great battle with him and Tyler Reddick. Look at the time difference. Crafton's gaining on that 29. We stay green. They're side by side. Cameron Haley 3rd, Nemechek 4th, and Christopher Bale 5th. Sauter 6th, Gaulding, Peters, Kennedy, and Ben Rhodes. And Crafton is right there on the 29. But he needs a little bit more, as we will take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Tyler Reddick. Crafton's there, but will he get by that 29? 2 chase contenders trying to lock up a spot in round 2 of the playoffs. There's news to tell. Down the back straightaway, racing towards turn 3. I believe Reddick may have it in the bag now. Crafton dives it in hard in the turn 3. Reddick slides out the track. Crafton hangs with him off turn number 4, but it won't be enough. Down the line, Tyler Reddick will win at Gateway. And Tyler Reddick will advance into the round of 6. Round 2 of the chase. Tyler Reddick will advance in round 2 of the chase after winning his 3rd race of 2016, tying Johnny Sauter with the most wins in the 2016 NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series season. Matt Crafton runner-up, but a great points day for that 88 Menards Toyota. Cameron Haley 3rd, a great top 5 for him. Christopher Bale and John Hunter Nemechek. What a great run by Greg Gaulding in 6th, Johnny Sauter, Timothy Peters, Ben Kennedy, and Austin Terrio. All 3 of the Red Horse Racing Toyotas inside the top 10. Ben Rhodes 11th, Daniel Hemrick, Kyle Weatherman, Spencer Gallagher 14th, and Dylan Lupton 15th. But there is your winner, Tyler Reddick. One of the drivers who will be running in tomorrow night's Xfinity race for tomorrow night. Reddick will drive the 22 for Team Penske, and that should be a fun one as well. That'll be tomorrow night, the Gateway 250 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. On your screen, your results in your chase grid after chase race number 1. That is in the books, and right now that is on your screen, as we'll be heading towards New Hampshire next week for the NASCAR Kevin Road Truck Series. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Xfinity race, but until then, congrats to Tyler Reddick on win number 3 in the 2016 season for the NASCAR Kevin Road Truck Series. Goodbye, everyone.